July was a really good reading month. This is what I started with: Proust's Swan's Way or In Search of a Lost Time. Challenging but rewarding. I do think that this is the kind of book that I should have read when I was 16, but I'm glad I did it. It feels good to kind of like knock this one out of my list. And to be completely honest, it did inspire me to write about some stuff, so thanks. Dirty Books, A History of Erotica Literature. I love erotica literature. Anais Nin is one of my favorite writers of all time. It was just really interesting to kind of like get to know a little bit more about why erotica literature was so important and how it differs to what we have now. In terms of writing, it's not really great. A lot of quotations from a lot of books. It is a bit repetitive. It feels very academic. But overall, I'm gonna give this 4 insightful out of 10 horny. This one has definitely got to be my favorite. I bought this when I was still living in Lisbon at one of the most amazing bookshops ever called Good Company Bookstore. If you're in Lisbon, please check them out because they're just the best and I miss them dearly every day. The way I got this in there is about one of my favorite authors, painters, Leonora Carrington. This is the first biography I read in my adult life, and I'm so glad I started with this one. And from now on, I decided that I'm a surrealist. So I'm giving this 10 out of 10 surrealist. We moved on to the more philosophical. Alan Watts is one of my favorite writers of all time. I read this first time right after I moved to Lisbon in 2021. It opened my mind in ways that I can't even begin to describe. I do think that this is the best introduction to Alan Watts. 5 out of 5, food for thought. Making it in the art world by Brainard Carey. Like I said last month, I was making it my mission to read as much about art as I possibly could. This one is actually pretty helpful. If you are starting out, I do think that this can give you a direction, which I think is really important. It can give you some ideas on what to do and how to look at art as a business rather than a hobby. I really do recommend this. Such a good month. I can't wait for August. I have some pretty interesting books in my TBR. I think August is going to be really exciting.